Hi everyone, I'm Shawn Weiland and I'm a senior counselor with Armada Pal Camp. I was a camper myself in the 90s and have been a member of staff on and off throughout high school and most of my adult life. Really excited to be back at camp again this summer. I'm here to talk a little bit with you about our health practices, safety guidelines, and medication. We want to make sure that camp is the most magical experience as possible, but the health, safety, and well-being of your camper is really our top priority. So a couple things we need you to know. First and foremost with medications. Any prescription medication or over-the-counter medication all needs to be handed in to the nurse before the buses depart. So the nurse will have a table set up, and the medication has to go in its original packaging. In a Ziploc bag is good, and with your camper's name on it. It'll be turned into the nurse, and then your nurse will get it up to camp, and then she will be responsible for making sure that your camper gets everything they need when they need it in the safest way possible. So that's going to again include prescription medication, but also anything over the counter. Tylenol, Motrin, vitamins even, everything really needs to be turned in to her. Allergy medications, of course, are going to be super important. Make sure those get in their original packaging, are included in what goes to her as well. If they have an emergency inhaler or an EpiPen, those also need to go to the nurse. The inhaler can be carried with them at camp, but we're going to need a doctor's note also given to the nurse before we get up to camp. So make sure that no medication is packed in luggage. Everything's going to go to the nurse, and again, she'll make sure they get it when they need it throughout the week. In the event that something happens and your child needs to be hospitalized, our medical staff and staff will be trained on how to best handle the situation. You as a parent or guardian will be informed and kept informed throughout the process. We'll make sure that they're safe. We'll also make sure that you are fully informed as things progress. The other thing that's really important for us before going up to camp is to know if your camper has any special conditions. So bedwetting, sleepwalking, night terrors, all very normal, all things we see at camp quite a bit. But it's really best if you can inform us of that ahead of time so that we can be prepared to best support them. That also includes any behavioral concerns. So just if there's any information that you think would be helpful for us to know, definitely best to err on the side of caution and share it with us. So again, we can make sure that they have the best experience possible. The other thing I wanted to talk a little bit about that also happens at camp quite a bit is period care. So it is common when girls might have their period or start their period for the first time. We really try to normalize that. It's something that happens to all of us ladies. We'll have all of the pads, tampons, whatever they prefer, we'll have all of that available to them if that happens while at camp, and we'll make sure that they are supported. Again, we really truly want to make sure that they're safe, cared for, and well so that they can participate safely in all of the activities that we'll have at camp this year. So thank you for doing your part to make sure that all of the medications are turned in ahead of time, you're communicating information, and we will make sure that camp is the most magical place for this week.